my name is Dania Rosario, and I'm going to be doing a presentation about texting and driving. So I wanted to ask you guys, what's texting worth to you? Kim?
To me, it's worth nothing.
Okay, Bruce?
To me, it's worth 25 cents every time.
25 cents. All right, let's keep that in mind. Let's take it down imaginary road. So let's just imagine you're on your way to work, traffic is pretty slow, and your girlfriend sends you a text message. Why not answer the text message, right?
Why wouldn't I?
Exactly. So let's go ahead and take a look at that text message to see what it says. Just wanted to say I love you, Pookie. So it took me about 5 seconds to read that, right? So we're reading that, and all of a sudden, you just swerved into Anna's lane. Anna's an honorary student. She's a daughter. Her mother loves her. She has little brothers and sisters. You just took Anna's life. According to the Institute for Highway Safety, there are about 11 teen deaths every day. That's nearly 20% or 23% of all car accidents. And while it took me 5 seconds to read that message, let's say you're going at about 55 miles per hour, that's enough time to cover the length of a football field. So think of all the obstacles that could be in your way in that football field. So today, we're going to be talking about what effect does texting and driving have on society, what can be done about it, and if there are any safe alternatives to texting and driving. So let's take a look at the effect that it has on society. Here's a couple of myths people believe. People believe that texting and driving is not harmful. They compare it to speaking on the phone, which is harmful, and they think that texting and driving is not that bad just because you're only taking your eyes off the road for a couple seconds. There's also the myth that it's not going to cost the city anything after all. People think that their insurance is going to pay for any medical services that don't need to be taken care of, and it just ends there. And there's also the fact that people think, what's the worst can happen? Maybe some physical harm, nothing too bad. Let's take a look at the facts. Let's take a look at how many deaths per year are caused by texting and driving. There are over 800,000 drivers that are texting at any given time in the United States. Texting while driving causes 1,600,000 accidents per year. And of those accidents, there are over 330,000 injuries, 11 teen deaths every day, and over 4,000 teen deaths a year, and counting. It usually costs the city a couple $1 million per accident. We're going to go ahead and take a look at this graph. The cost of a single motor vehicle accident is $6 million per year. Per car, sorry. And then we'll look at the average yearly cost, which is $2.99 billion for every year. That's how much it costs the city for your car accidents, something that you could have avoided. Let's take a look at the fact that you don't just get physical impairment after being in a car accident. Most kids are ridiculed at school and are ridiculed in bullying just because they have physical impairments, or just the fact that they were involved in a car accident over something as stupid as a text message. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we can do about it. There are many states in the United States that have already passed laws so we can avoid texting and driving. There are 10 states plus DC that prohibit all drivers from using handheld cell phone devices. There are 32 states and DC that prohibit novice drivers from texting. And there's 39 states plus DC that prohibit all drivers from texting and driving. So let's take a look. We can see the social media accounts. There are a lot of social media accounts that they support no texting and driving. We have the @DistractionGov, @NHTSGov, and @DriveSafely. You can go ahead and follow those on Facebook and Twitter. And I think this is a very effective option just because most people that are involved in texting and driving are teenagers, and teenagers they focus their life around social media, so that's a great option. And there's also the educational option, just because there are many courses you can take that provide you with the do's and don'ts as to driving. Okay, are there any safe alternatives? We definitely don't want to end up in this situation, so let's look at what we can do instead. The first alternative is the drive cam. The drive cam is something you can install. It's a monitor. You can install it in your car, and it provides a real-time feedback with video. The second option would be the AT&T drive mode. That's an application you can download on your phone. It's available for iOS devices, Android, and BlackBerry. And you can kind of set that on as soon as you drive, or do it automatically depending on what model you have. And then that'll go automatically to hands-free mode if you receive a call, and it'll put your phone to silent if you receive a text message. We can do the text-free driving pledge. That's something that teens and parents can take at the textinganddrivingsafety.com website, and you pledge not to text and drive. As the old saying goes, out of sight, out of mind. It's pretty easy just to keep your phone out of sight. You won't pay attention to it, just pay attention to driving. And silence is golden. You can probably wait till wherever you're getting to answer the text message. So, in conclusion, how many of you love your family and friends? How many want to wake up tomorrow and see them? So, I'm going to do a big request and a small request, and I want you to tell me which one you would involve yourself in. The first request would be, looks like this is frozen. Okay. How many of you will sign the petition and quit texting overall for a week in order to support the no texting and driving? And how many of you will at least quit texting and driving while your vehicle is in motion? So, large request or small request?
Small.
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 Large.
I think I would do both there.
Oh, okay, sounds good. So I want you guys to consider this and consider texting and driving before you do it again, because it is a life and death situation. The fact that you don't answer the text message, you can save someone's life, just like Anna. Anna's no longer there to support her little brother when he doesn't feel well. He's no longer there to support the mother. You pretty much took her life just because you wanted to answer a text message. So definitely before you do that, think twice.